All right, so I get this question a lot, and that is, why do you always talk about abortion and homosexuality and not the gospel? And this is a question that's typically directed to me because oftentimes in my talks, these are the issues that I'm focusing on, and people are wondering, well, Jesus didn't talk about abortion or homosexuality or evolution or Islam, so why do you make such a big deal about it yourself? Well, the late Presbyterian scholar J. Gresham Machen once said that false ideas are the greatest obstacles to the gospel. He said if we preach with all the fervor of a reformer, and yet we still allow the culture to accept ideas that are false, then this will cause people to think that Christianity is nothing more than a harmless delusion. And his point is this: if we allow the world to continue believing false ideas, then it doesn't matter what sorts of things we preach about the gospel because people will still reject it. And this kind of goes to the reason why I touch on these subjects. Yes, I agree Jesus didn't talk about homosexuality or abortion or evolution. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of people don't want to become Christians because they have objections. And many times when I'm talking to somebody, I don't bring up homosexuality, I don't bring up Islam, I don't bring up evolution. Instead, what I bring up is the gospel. I preach to them the gospel of Jesus Christ. However, oftentimes when they don't accept the gospel, they'll say, well, the reason I don't want to become a Christian is because I don't want to have to abandon my relationships with people who I'm friends with that identify themselves as gay or lesbian. Or I don't want to become a Christian because I'm an evolutionist and I think that if I believe in evolution, then the Bible is false. And so they have all these ideas in their mind that are becoming obstacles to the gospel. And so this is why I teach Christians to be able to handle these issues, is because when we're out there talking about the gospel, many times people will bring these up as objections. And so I want to equip believers to know how to handle these things, know how to respond to these false ideas, so that eventually they can diffuse these issues and then they no longer become obstacles to the gospel. You see, that's really the point of apologetics, right? Apologetics is not an end in itself. It's a means to an end. And I see apologetics as simply removing these issues, homosexuality, abortion, evolution, removing these issues as obstacles so that people have a clear path to eventually accepting Christ. So, although homosexuality and abortion and all these other issues that I talk about aren't about the gospel, I still think they affect the gospel, and that's why I want to talk about them, because they help to remove these obstacles so that people can accept the gospel of Jesus Christ.